I think a lot of safety professionals are apprehensive of change. They're risk-adverse people. It's built into their DNA. So I understand from their perspective why they don't just jump into these things straight away. They don't want to disrupt what already, works, right? And so with this apprehension, I guess it can be changed through experimentation, through pilot programs, starting small, working on a group in VR at a small scale, and proving it for yourself. And that's where you're going to build that trust and understanding the learning content, how it affects people in a positive way. And then once you've seen those positive changes, then that trust builds over time. So I don't blame safety trainers for being a little bit slow to adopt this technology. And also from the compliance factor side of things, they need time to evaluate, right? They need to go through the learning content in detail to make sure there's nothing missing. Because that one thing that is potentially missing that's important to that organization maybe isn't there, then that creates a knowledge gap in the student and they go out there in the real world and potentially make a critical mistake. So all of those pieces need to be aligned perfectly. And we're very used to working with organizations and safety leaders on these particular areas and proving to them that, we are the right partner to work with because we are so meticulous with what we work on and what we train, because we know how important it is for that student to get trained in the right way so there is no knowledge gaps, right? And even if we are only able to give, X amount of learning content to that student in such a bite-sized piece, well, that's where the safety professional then comes in and fills out the rest of it with content that's relevant to their organization, right? Because every safety topic can be taught in a slightly different way. So, like manual handling training is going to be very different from a fish and chip shop around the corner than it is to BHP. They're going to have very different requirements for their organization. So what we provide is this generalized, generic approach and let you fill in the gaps of what's important to your organization. We can take that a step further too and provide custom developed VR content so we can then match in perfectly to what you're looking for. So you've got options there, right? You don't have to always just stick to this one line of thinking. You can think outside the box because, in VR, if you can imagine it, you can create it and experience it.